Hey guys, I'm Kyle with Lone Peak. This video is all about junk drawers. Let's get into it. All right guys, these are junk drawers. There's basically two models that you can choose from. On the left here is what we call the camp kitchen. You can buy this by itself. If you want to have a sleeping deck, a place to put your fridge, and a place to put your battery, we have what we call the bed deck on the right-hand side. The bed deck requires camp kitchen, but you don't have to buy the bed deck with camp kitchen, if that makes sense. So, first part of this video is going to be all about camp kitchen. Second part is about the bed deck, some of the features. And third part is a quick walkthrough of all of the junk that I throw in these things, hence the name. At the heart of Camp Kitchen is a place to cook and a place to store a bunch of your gear. So what we have is basically a dual drawer system. A tray pops out, and this is essentially a spot to put your stove. There are cutouts on either side. This is one of the big things when we're developing this. I only had cutouts on one side. And depending on where your propane hookup is, you might have to turn your stove 180 degrees. So this is a really large platform. It fits all the major stove dimensions, and there's actually a cutting board in the bottom. Cutting board is fully removable, so it's really easy to clean. We thought about a lot of options of maybe this is built in on some actual drawer slides, but it made a lot of sense to have this removable. But if you want, you could just put it like this and use this to put your utensils, use it to prep food, and it can go on either side of the camp kitchen. So really nice, easy to clean, pretty self-explanatory with your actual cooking tray. Now the rest of this drawer, we wanted to make this tall enough so that you actually had a place to store some of your smaller junk. That's the name of this whole thing. So there's about 3 inches of space on top of that platform. And I'll show you later in the video what I actually put in here, but this is where you put some of your utensils. A lot of your smaller, let's say like fire starters, most drawer systems, this is what I end up doing is it's just a container with no dividers, and it's fairly deep. So your gear gets piled on top of gear, and it's a pain to try to organize it. So with this system, we include dividers with it, and we're trying to optimize it where it's not super deep. So this is where your small things go. All right, beneath your cooking platform, you have another drawer that goes to your wheel well. This is a little bit deeper. I keep my Ignic in here. I keep a bunch of my coffee stuff. This is basically my primary drawer that I use, of things that I just use all the time. And again, at the end of the video, I'll show you what I put in here. This comes with dividers, pretty simple stuff. One thing to note with our actual hardware that we're using is we only have a lock on one side. So when we were testing the prototype out, we had locks on 2 sides, and it kind of made it hard to open and close these things because you're fiddling with 2 latches. So we have one that's locking. It locks out all the way, and then it locks when it's closed. And then we've added these cutouts in here as well so that it's just easier to open and close. You don't have to think about it. Let's jump around. Maybe I'll go onto the inside first, and then we'll jump around to the outside, and I'll show you the 2 cubbies that use the rest of the space. All right, behind your drawers, we have a cubby, and this is great for putting extra deep things inside of here. I put pots and pans, things I don't need to access on a regular basis. One thing that we changed from the prototype is these actually have notches cut into them, because these are almost a square shape, and it's kind of a pain to figure out which direction they went. Now they key in. We played around with potentially putting magnets on these to hold these in place, but from a manufacturing perspective, the geometry didn't really allow it, and we didn't really need it. These things don't really flop out when you're bombing down the road. All right, this section here is pretty cool. We really tried to optimize all of the space around your wheel well. That's why this cubby goes above your wheel well. And then you have a spot here where there's a ton of room. This is where I put all of my recovery gear. This shares a space with your rear cubby. And so you can throw stuff into this cubby, and then you can actually access it from down here. Most of the time, I'm just putting things in here that I need to get to in an emergency. let's go to the outside cubby. All right, this might be one of my favorite compartments because this is where I put all of my sleeping bags, extra propane tanks, a lot of extra gear. This opens up and you have a super deep, full height compartment to throw a bunch of stuff. Like I said, it shares a compartment with the other space, so you can access some of that from this cubby if you wanted to from the outside of your truck. All right guys, that was Camp Kitchen. This is what we call the bed deck. Like I said, you can buy the bed deck as an accessory to Camp Kitchen, or you can just get Camp Kitchen by itself. Pretty simple. You have a drawer here, just like your lower drawer here with dividers. Other than that, we primarily use this as a place to put my Dometic cooler. But if you want to, you can remove these pieces of wood for your sleeping platform and have your aisle fully open. A lot of people like to do that so that you have a nice pass-through space. Or one option is that you could always leave that piece of wood in there and you can stack this one on top of it, still keep your aisle, still have a spot to put your fridge. The other really nice thing is that with our power system, our battery, power plate, the whole off-grid system, is that you really need a spot to put your battery. And so in the rear here, we have a dedicated spot for our Epic battery. It makes it really easy to have the wiring out of the way and have just a dedicated home for that. All right guys, this part of the video is a quick walkthrough showing you what I have in my truck, what are in my drawers. That's weird, but get over it. I understand that this part of the video might seriously offend some of you because this is not organized. This is just junk inside of a space. So get over that too. Let me show you. Here's the top drawer. This is the drawer that I use most often. I have, really anything towards the front of your truck you use the most. So knives, Ninja Stars, fire starting things, man things, they're fun. Cooking things next, a tiny little section for all of my pipes and tobacco. I originally thought that was too small, but that's actually perfect. My cooking things, and then I have a bunch of, what do you call these things? Bowls, plates, things to cook. That makes sense to go right on top of your actual camp stove. Underneath this section is really what I use most. So I have my water tank hose in here. I don't have any of my coffee making stuff with me. I'm ashamed that I actually have instant coffee here. But some mornings are rough and you don't have time to make French press or pour over. My tools all go back here. My jet boil, which is what I use to make coffee in the morning, goes inside of this compartment. Over here, honestly, I don't have enough gear to build this thing out. So I have some toilet paper, some cleaning supplies, and some paper towels back here. All of my ratchet straps and my paracord goes here. And then you might be wondering why I have Armor All. We go to trade shows a lot. Mitch, we use these a lot. So I need to fill this drawer out a little bit more. It's a little light, honestly. Underneath all of this is a killer spot to put camp chairs. And then I have a lot of my recovery gear, air hoses, hatchets, other manly things down there. Let me actually show you a quick, kind of like bonus feature here. Quick demo of my favorite saw. I don't even know Agawa. I got this at an Overland Expo. We should do a gear drop with these guys, Mitch. But this saw is one of my favorite things in my truck. It is razor sharp. This, I don't know how big this is. It's a perfect size. They come in 3 sizes. But I sawed through a log that was in my way on a road in, I don't know, less than a minute. Razor sharp. Go check out Agawa. Let's go back to it. Okay, obviously I have my fridge over here. I didn't want to deal with a drawer slide, a fridge slide to drop it down on your tailgate. This is my favorite solution of doing this. It's a great place to put it where I can access it from the outside. Let's go around to the other side. This compartment here, I have right now just some pillows, some towels. I'm actually not too sure what I'm gonna put in this. Lots of dry goods that I don't get to that often. And then I have what we affectionately call a hole, but it's because it's just a giant place to put many, many things. I have lots of recovery in here. I have a spare 10-pound propane tank. I have my my shower in here, my geyser shower. One of my favorite things to do is to take a geyser shower in the morning on a peak by myself. It's glorious. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, guys. That's at least how I pack this. You guys are going to do it your own way, which is what's great about this whole system. Let's talk about how it's made. The outer casing of these are made out of 3/4-inch marine grade plywood. Yes, it is thick. Yes, it is heavy, but it is super durable. And it needs to be that thick because people stand on these to get up into their bed. Anything on the inside is 1/2-inch marine grade plywood. One thing to note is that we will probably, during production of this, be changing plywood suppliers, so it might look slightly different. We'll update photos when that happens. Just a little caveat for you. The front faces are all made out of basically a UHMW material that we mill in-house. Everything is bolted together. So we don't use nails. We don't actually even use wood screws. It is fastened together with stainless steel bolts and nuts, kind of like IKEA furniture. But it is Loctited and it is bomb-proof. We've been very happy with that as I've been bombing around on my rig with the prototype. Last thing to talk about is how do you get these things? So we're not shipping these out. These are going to be install only in Wenatchee right now. So if you guys want to come up and get these installed at the same time as you get a camper, what you'll do is you'll click and place a deposit on the product page for these, and that's going to reserve your spot in line. And then during your confirmation call, we will collect the rest of the payment and start building all of your kit. So when you show up, you can get everything built out exactly how you want it and be ready to hit the road. So if you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out, team@lonepeakoverland.com. Until then, guys, we'll see you in the mountains.
Never thought about before how your brother's mother's son went
Around doing nothing, talking about the things of life and the things you never thought about before. How your brother's mother's son went off to war.
Let's watch me the buggers make my hair look darker. Don't you wish reality TV would die?